There's always a debate whether these films are for critics or for fans.
Yeah.
So, as a director who's obviously gotten a great response from both, what's your take on that?
I feel equally torn. I think that it's hard to know because in an ideal world, critics are film lovers, you know? And so, and particularly when it comes to superhero movies, definitely a lot of those sites writing about them are superhero fan sites and different things. So I have a very hard time distinguishing between the two, although I really think there is definitely a place for both. There's a place for movies that are, that aren't great to write about, but have a big hit with the fan base and vice versa.
Hmm. I mean, do you feel that in crafting these sorts of films that you have more of an onus to getting it right as far as what the comics are doing, or are you really trying to craft something completely new? How did you balance in with the source material in crafting this?
I think you have a huge onus to live up to the superhero that people love. And so, yeah, I mean, that's something I take very seriously. I love Wonder Woman. Sometimes people will ask questions like, like before people knew that I did you love Wonder Woman? And I would always think, I sure should hope so. It would be very weird to try to make this as just to make my own film. That's not what these are all about. So I take very seriously the idea of making a great Wonder Woman film that lives up to the Wonder Woman in the heart and soul of all of the fans. But also now the job is that whoever takes that job on, the job is to make a great film for Wonder Woman. And so then you become a filmmaker who has to use your own judgment and really try to make a great film. So the two things go hand in hand.
Mm. I mean, in a lot of ways, we've lost some of the things that made that first Superman film so special, the focus on the character and the relationships, the light tone that you get from that golden age of comic books in which Wonder Woman was so originally popular. So were you very specifically trying to recapture that tone?
Absolutely. And it's been fun because it's sort of like I was doing a little bit of a kick back to it, but then it's interesting that now it's making it new. It's being talked about as being a new introduction back. I'm a fan of story. I'm a fan of emotions. I'm a fan of authentic journeys that make you feel a little bit of everything. And those films really had such an impact on me that and I feel like there's so many great superhero films in the world right now, but that exact pocket wasn't one I saw people doing anymore. And so nothing could feel more true to it than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman feels like she fits right hand in hand with that kind of effort.
Where did you have to, in working with such talented actors in Gal and Chris as your leads, where did you have to put your directorial hand more heavily in getting the performances that you really wanted to capture that tone?
Little bits all over the place. I think the tone of the whole movie and both visually and performance wise is a tricky and specific one. You don't want it to go too dark for too long, and you don't want it to get too campy, so it's another movie. So I think it's just every day. I think it's every day in every little tiny way, and then soon you've got the kind of pocket together to work in, and then it's getting more and more. So many artists in every way, including the actors, brought great things to the journey because we all kind of got the flavor of what we were going for.
Mm. And I think we're running out of time, so I think this is the last question. With Gal, with this film, we have Gal as Wonder Woman interacting in very much a male world. There's a lot of male characters that she's here with. So in the future, do you think that she'll need to interact more with the female world? Is that something that you felt was lacking here that you want to explore more in the future?
I didn't really think about it in that way. In this case, the whole first act is women. Then the second act is, the beginning of the second act is mankind. And then near the end of it, it becomes all men. It's interesting. I didn't feel like she didn't react with women in this one. I think that, yes, the next movie will not be in a war zone. So it will just inherently be more, more both genders.
Mm. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a great pleasure speaking with you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.